right, and this was also an exclusive from TFcon 2016, the Eternal Warfare Final Armageddon CV-002S Savage Corbot Alicon is the word I was looking for. And of course, this was the convention exclusive, and he's Savage. He's a member of the Prehistoric Force, I think is what it was called, or Savage Force. Jurassic Crew, there we go. I knew it was something like that. And he's painted in a Dinobot color scheme, which works on him. Like I said, I'm looking forward to the full Alicon colors, Alicon colors, the green and all that. But the Dinobot color scheme really kind of works on this mold. You can see he's got little articulated feet. They extend for some range of motion there. He's got an opening jaw with a painted tongue. His tail is posable. There's joints. This joint, and this joint are all posable. Well, that's not it, but pose it up and down. And he's got little ball joints there at his shoulders, and then the shoulders themselves can move a little bit. So yeah, there he is in his monster mode. What the heck is going on? I've got a little box showing up on my screen that I don't know what it's doing. All right, anyway, that was weird. But yes, there he is. Now he does have a weapon mode. We'll get to that before we get to robot mode because it's easier to get to from his alt mode here. So basically you just take this and fold it down under here like this. Fold his legs up. Rotate his feet in. Go ahead and push him back in there. You can see the bottom of his feet form barrels. Just tuck them in like that. Just kind of fold his hands up. Open his jaw up wide, and up in here in his jaw is a little peg, which is a 5mm peg. So you fold that back, kind of fold that back. It's an odd-looking blaster, but a blaster nonetheless. And you can fit, like I said, it's a 5mm peg. You can put it into the hands of larger figures. So there you go. There's blaster, not fitting in the frame. So there's Leader Blaster, holding him as a weapon. Like I said, I would have put him on a deluxe, but he is quite hefty and would knock a deluxe over. But yeah, so you can have him as a blaster mode there if you so wish, which is kind of cool. And then to turn him into a robot, we flip this up, close that mouth, bring the tail back down and the legs out. So yeah, have the tail straight, come down here, take these parts of the legs, see these rotate down, and then we'll clip together down here like this. And then rotate the feet forward, and again, pull them out for that ankle articulation. Just like that. The arms, open them up like that. And these panels right here fold up to form the shoulder pads. This one's a little tighter than the other. Come here, you. There we go. Lift that up. Then this whole tail assembly, not just the hinge part that became part of the gun, but the whole assembly lifts up onto the back. Go ahead and fold the Alicon head down, flip up his head, just like that. These arms fold down to the side, and then rotate around to the back, just like that. Then you can bring these arms forward, rotate the elbows and the fists. And there he is in robot mode. Oh, that came off. That's okay. It's not broken. The actual rotational peg is just this spike on his arm, so just plug it right back on. And there he is in his robot mode. And like I said, the Dinobot color scheme works really well on him. I like it. He looks like he could be part of the Jurassic crew. come on in and get a little better perspective on him here. He does come with a pistol and a sword, which fit right in his hands. And the TFcon exclusive, do be careful pushing that through. If you support the hand from the underside, know that there is a point on the other side of the sword, so just be careful you don't injure yourself pushing that through there. I didn't, I'm fine. I just wanted to point that out since I felt it touch my fingertip there. And the TFcon exclusive, as I was starting to say, came with a secondary sword and gun. We'll go ahead and get out here. Which again, he can hold just fine. But yeah, there's a slightly different style of blaster. And different style of sword. So you've got some options. I think my only minor thing that I would like to change, if possible, would be like there's a little square right there, and I realize that's probably a little too small. It looks like it's just an allowance for the pin here. But it'd be nice if there were a little tab here that allowed the shoulders to really lock into place. They hold okay, and they stand in place pretty well while you're posing them, but they do, if you start getting a little crazy, have a tendency to flip out like that. Only a minor complaint. Now, on a figure this size, I can see where that's a little bit more difficult to work all that, because other than that, he's really solid. He's got a ball joint head, so he can actually look up and down and side to side. Ball joint shoulder. A little limited by the shoulder pad, but again, that does rotate to give you a little bit more room there on the shoulder as well. He's got a bicep swivel, hinge elbow. He does have wrist swivels, which is nice. No waist swivel because of how it transforms within a ball joint there at the hip, the hinge knees, which have a pretty decent range of articulation, as well as the ball joint there on the foot, which I didn't have any problems before I was told you could extend those ankle joints getting him to stand, but it does give him a lot more stability, especially in his alligator mode. It lets him stand. It's a little bit more forgiving, I guess, in alligator mode, getting him in a stable position. And just as a real quick size comparison, here he is with the new Legends Rewind from Titan's Return. You see he's a little bigger than a Legends, a little taller than a Legends, I should say. He's actually got a little bit more mass, obviously, here than Rewind. He's a good, solid, sturdy little figure. I'm looking forward to getting the Alicon repaint of this and putting it up with the new Legends Gnaw that they showed off at SDCC. That looks really cool. And then here he is with Hardhead, just to give you an idea of how he looks next to a Deluxe. So, a little short, but really cool. Like I said, I think the Dinobot paint scheme looks really nice on him. The colors, the yellowish gold and the gray and the red. But I've seen the prototype in the Alicon colors, and it looks really good as well. So, whichever version you end up going for, I think you'll be happy with it. It's a nice little Alicon, and I think, especially now that we've seen that Gnaw from Comic-Con, he's going to be a nice little figure to go with him as well on the shelf. So yeah, there it is, Savage from Corbot. It was a TFcon Toronto exclusive. Very nice, very solid little figure. I dig him.